Hello, YouTube. It's me, Justin Welsh. Had a topic pop in my mind this morning about 2:30 a.m. and figured I would do a short video on it. It's more of a message to people out there who have recently or in the past have attempted suicide and survived. The guilt and the embarrassment and feeling ashamed. It's completely a 100% natural feeling. Feeling ashamed, feeling that you've let people down. But what I encourage you to do, if you have recently attempted suicide, be it mild or, something very serious that you ended up in ICU and, perhaps passed away and were brought back to life. I ask you to please do not feel embarrassed or ashamed in no way, shape, or form. And you're going to have critics come at you, and they're going to say, like I've said in other videos, oh, it's nothing but a cry for help. Well, in a sense, absolutely, it's a cry for help. Because if you didn't need help and you weren't depressed and you weren't sad, you wouldn't have attempted suicide in the first place. So if you have people that come at you like that, you tell them straight to the face, yeah, I needed help, and apparently you didn't hear me ask for help. And you don't have to ask people, come out, flat out and ask, hey, I need help. People are human. They can see when another person is down and drifting lower and lower and lower. So don't come out feeling even 10 times more depressed, and don't worry about the critics. You tell those, like I said, it's a cry for help. Yes, in a sense it is a cry for help, and it's a damn good reason you're asking for help. So when you feel hopeless and you've pretty much given up because you've needed that help, that so-called critic's going to sit there and say, oh, blah, 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 you're weak, you're just doing this for attention. You can pretty much tell them people to fuck off, pardon my French. Because those are the people that you do not need help from. You need help from professionals, people that have survived suicide, people that have experienced suicide in their families, people such as myself. Like I said, I should have a PhD in suicide because I've lived with it since the age of 12 through all my losses. So I say hold your head up high. Do not come out of the hospital or the psych ward and be embarrassed to show your face, because and it's easier said than done, because the several times that I had attempted it, at first, I was embarrassed, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but people that I'm talking to right now that I can relate will understand. So I just encourage you, like I said, hold your head up high, give life another shot, talk to the right people, don't give up, don't beat yourself up. And another thing, this is one thing that blows my mind. People say, well, you don't have it so bad. The things that are hurting you inside are just as powerful as something that's hurting somebody severe. You could have both your legs, both your arms, and be extremely depressed, and they're just as equal to your, how do I explain it? I'm only human. Nobody's pain is worse than another person's, meaning emotionally. You can only handle so much emotionally. So when that person comes to you and says, well, hey, you don't have it so bad, so-and-so, he's going through life with no legs. Well, that doesn't help your situation. I'm sorry. There was a guy that I worked with in concrete years ago, and I broke my ankle. And it wasn't a bad break, but he's like, oh, that ain't nothing. When I broke my ankle, I had to get 4 screws, a steel plate, and a rod. I was like, oh, well, shit. I guess it ain't nothing. You know, yours is way worse than mine was, so I guess I shouldn't feel pain right now. Physical pain, I should be able to hop around on my broken ankle. No, your pain that you feel inside may seem small to somebody else, but it's huge to you. So that's your pain, you own it, and you have to learn how to deal with it. So don't ever feel that you're weak. And like I've said before, people that have, say suicide's a cowardly act, say it again like I've said in other videos. And if you are a new subscriber or it's the first time seeing this video and you want to look back at some of my other suicide videos, to be honest with you, I see it in a different way. It takes a whole lot of balls to take your life. If you watch death row documentaries, men that are on death row that are too afraid to take their own life, men that are doing life in prison that are too afraid to take their own life because they're scared of what's on the other side. Now, if you've completely given up and you've made that attempt, and like my family members that have succeeded, I do not think it's an honorable act by no means, but it's not a cowardly act, because if you're a coward, you ain't got the balls to take your own life. So that's my opinion. But what I ask is, don't listen to the people that are going to belittle you. Remove them from your life. I don't care if it's a family member. If it's a mother or a father, like my father, he gets those all the time in my videos. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Just know that you need help, and there is help out there. And don't give up on yourself, and don't feel alone, because there's a whole shitload of us out here that have been so down and out and given up and figured there was no hope. And I'm walking proof. The old saying, if he or she can do it, I can do it. Or pardon me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Well, that story actually goes true with me, because I was a lost cause, lost case. So I thought, now I'm living life, enjoying life, so there is life after whatever hardships you're going through. You're gonna fight them for the rest of your life. But I just encourage you to, next time those thoughts come around, call somebody, even if you have to call, different states or different, I don't recommend Florida psych wards, because like I said, they just throw you in a room and don't even talk to you, and it's kind of like jail. You're in there for 7 days, they don't speak to you, they just monitor you, treat you like a criminal. So, but there are other states that offer really good programs from what I hear. Do not step out of the hospital. Do not step out of the psych ward and be ashamed and embarrassed to face the people that you love, or face even your friends, And that's just the point. One of the things I want to get across, because I know the humiliation I felt, laying there in a hospital bed, and I didn't succeed. The one time I did succeed, I don't remember, thank God, but apparently I didn't succeed, because I'm here to tell a story. But I was clinically, or pronounced dead 3 times clinically, once in the hospital, twice in the hospital. But I just hate for people that are going through this for the first time, that are going to go out, even, I just hope this video gets across to one person. I'm trying to get my point across, but the words were all in my head all day today and this morning. They're not coming out the way I want them to. Just get the point across, is don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed, and know that it takes balls to do that. And it's not to praise anybody by no means. So somebody calls you a coward, or like I said, oh, it's a cry for help. In a lot of cases, yeah, it's a damn big, huge cry for help. And I've cried for help many a time and never got that help. So I felt I had no other choice but to end my life. So the ones that criticize you for doing what you did, tell them to fuck off. You concentrate on yourself, getting yourself better. Surround yourself with people that understand, people with compassion, and you'll have a better chance. And when you have those real strong urges or feelings, just put them off till tomorrow. Just make it through tonight. So I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Hold your head up high. Things happen. You'll get through them. Till next time. Adios.